Yo, what's good? It's Boydie Reviews, and today me and Abbas are going to check out Attack on Titan, Season 4, Episode 10, A Sound Argument. And it's the 10th episode of Season 4 and the 69th episode overall in the Attack on Titan anime series. So, yeah.
There we go. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I've been fucking busy, man. Every time I start the episode, I need to do something else, man.
Oh,
And
no.
I just finished the episode right now.
You just finished
I
it
just,
now.
oh, I'm sorry, man.
It's alright, dude. It's
Yeah, I
alright.
just finished it now
Oh, nice.
on 2 times speed.
Two
On
times
2 times
stars.
speed.
Really? On Crunchyroll. Nice.
Funimation.
On Funimation, okay.
But before we start, did Mikasa always have the bandages around her wrist?
She did there are, because she always wears like long shirts,
sleeves,
so you don't see it. But
yeah.
Wit Studio in season 1 didn't actually include it, but in the manga they actually showed it when she's talking to her mom before they are murdered, her parents.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fuck up on Wit's part. Then.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think the reason why Wit didn't include that was because I think they had an idea that it wasn't going to be important as much later on, but it ended up kind of being important. So,
well, no one would have imagined it would go outside the walls, right?
no, not really.
So yeah.
But yeah, so Attack on Titan.
Still a fuck up.
Yeah, a little bit. Attack on Titan season 4 episode 10, the 69th episode overall. So yeah, 2 years ago, with assistance from Zeke Yeager and the anti-Malian volunteers, Paradise Island was put into contact with an old ally in the nation of Hirozo. Their kind of like leader, Kiyomi Azumabito, laid out the 3-part plan to keep the island safe until a time it will not need to rely on threatening the world with the rumbling. However, Hirozo's assistance came from a place of greed, and a year later they would not help Paradise negotiate trade with other nations in hope of keeping any profit from Paradise's resources from them. Hanji Zoe concluded that the Scout Regiment would have to venture out into the world themselves and meet people firsthand. And in present time, Eren Yeager's behavior perplexes those around him, and his friends try to come to grips with the person he currently is, with the person they remember. And Historia Race, now pregnant, which is delaying the transfer of Zeke's Beast Titan to her out of concern that the process could harm her or her unborn child. And that's pretty much the summary on the Wikipedia page. So yeah. So let's start with like overall like reviews of the episode. What did you like?
Everything.
Everything.
The only slight issue I had was the whole Mikasa little arc that she's having right now. It does feel like it came from nowhere.
You're not the only one
If you're
thinking
an
that.
anime only watcher,
Yeah.
if you're an anime only watcher, it does feel like it's like dropped in out of nowhere.
To be honest with you, dude, it was the same in the manga as well. Like I felt the same way.
Oh, but the conversation with mum though before her parents died.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was like a little like her mom was kind of like showing her like Mika said this is like the emblem of our clan or something like that.
Yeah, that's foreshadowing it. Then.
Yeah, but it was a long time ago, dude. This was like
in the manga.
Yeah, in the manga. So.
Yo, mate, you need like One Piece does this all the fucking time. One Piece does this all the time. That's still classed as foreshadowing, but before you started the podcast, you did tell me that the anime didn't have that scene.
Yeah, it can't. The thing is,
So
that it does have it. Like Mikasa's mom does mention it, but she doesn't like. We don't see it like the emblem on her arm. She just kind of mentions it.
Okay. Oh, you don't see the actual emblem.
No. The emblem is shown in the manga. I assume. I probably need to do my research on this.
Bro, you give me false information, man. Fake news.
Fake news. No, I think it's more or less the same in the manga and anime. They don't really like. I feel like the manga does kind of like show it, but the anime does kind of gloss over it. To be honest with you, that's what it says on like some of the Reddit pages.
Okay. All right. Let's edit everything that we just talked about out.
But yeah, let's talk about the pros and cons.
Yeah, it did feel it did feel like the whole Mikasa storyline just came from nowhere. It did feel like that because it has been a long time ago since the thing with the parents in season 1. It does feel like it came out of nowhere. Like, and she's a descendant as well of the ruler or something.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, she's
Like a
like the
direct
descendant
descendant.
of the Azumabito clan or something like that.
Yeah.
I said I was gonna say like it felt a little bit like forced in. Like even in the manga, it felt like that. You know, when I read it, like this flashback chapter, it was chapter 107. It was revealed in.
And what about Levi? How does he fit in?
Levi isn't part of the Azumabito clan. He's just an Ackerman.
Huh?
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
What?
That's what it. Yeah, I don't think Levi is part of that clan.
So he's not related in any way to Mikasa then, even though
Because
they both have that
Mikasa
thing.
are both Ackermans. Like her father was an Ackerman, and Levi's I think mother was an Ackerman. So
Yeah, so related then.
they're related from the Ackerman bloodline, but not the Asian Azumabito clan. Like only Mikasa is part of
How
that.
many clans are there?
I think there's like
Wait,
the
but no, but even if you have the second name, surely you should be part of that clan, no?
I'm not too sure. Like I would look it up, but I don't want to be spoiled because I haven't read the future chapters of the manga. And if I type in Levi,
Yeah, I'm telling you now, there's no mention of it.
okay,
Of the whole technicality of the Azumbito Ackerman thing.
all right.
But like there's no, specifications,
All I know is that they don't really explain too much in the manga either, so it's more or less the same in the anime and the manga. So
So no, but I swear they're related, but they don't go any further than that, right?
yeah,
I'm
it's like their
sure.
cousins second or third removed or something like that.
Hmm.
But yeah,
But yeah, they kept the pacing was good as well because it kept flowing back and forth between the time skip and present day, like Eren and Hanji, and then going back to uh, a flashback, back to Eren and Hanji, back to another flashback.
yeah,
Eren and Hanji, back to
yeah. It was kind of like this in the animes. I mean, the manga as well. Like the way it
yeah.
starts off with Aaron in the cell, and then Hanji's like, trying to get information from him. Then it cuts back to the past, and it cuts back to the present. It's
And it
exactly
didn't
like the
drag on.
manga. No, no,
It
no.
was it was it was very fast.
I think
And
the
we had like
anime.
short, like a 2 minute scene with Eren and Hanji, and then we go back to the flashback. I thought that was well done.
Yeah, dude, that's right, that's right. I think the anime did a better job at like pacing because in the manga, like there are some scenes with Gabby and Falco, but this is gonna be kind of later on. Like I think they're kind of rearranging the
Yeah,
order with Gabby and Falco and like the people back at Marley because in the manga we kind of see like a still shot. I think it's at the end of chapter 107. We see like Reiner and what's his name, Galliard, kind of like in the war room with Magath and Pieck, but that's gonna happen later on. So they're kind of rearranging some of those scenes in a way.
yeah, and we got like is does that do we see Zeke at all in the manga right now?
Yeah,
We
yeah, yeah,
don't,
yeah,
do
yeah,
we?
yeah. When he was with the Azumabita lady, like when he's showing the ODM gear,
Oh no, that of course I'm on about in the forest. Sorry,
the forest stuff, I think happens a
because
little
that's
bit
that's
later.
that's that's happening ASAP.
Yeah.
Like I want to say the end of next episode, which I said in the last podcast,
Hmm.
right? Episode 11 or something.
Yes, yes, yes.
Episode 11 or 12. But now I'm still. I don't know if they will like end the season. Like the finale will happen in this season. I don't
No.
know. I'll keep going back and forth. It's just it's hard to judge.
At first, I thought it was gonna probably adapt all the episodes up till 16. Like, I thought it was probably gonna
But
end
they're going
like
so fast. They are going so fast because they're rearranging the order as well,
I'm kind
which makes
of
sense.
I'm the opposite. Like, I feel like they're going kind of slow now. Like, I mean, they've adapted kind of two-ish chapters in this one, but like they rearranged the chapter 108 because the scene in the graveyard, the funeral stuff.
Yeah,
It happens in
Sassy's.
chapter 107, but the stuff we saw in the flashback was like a previous chapter, so they kind of like took a future chapter and put it
No,
into the
because
previous
in the
episode.
next episode
Yeah.
we're getting the I don't want to spoil it, but we're going to get they teased it in the ending of this episode with Gabby meeting with the those people.
Yeah.
And then Nicolo's there as well. And then we're going to have an incident with Falco.
Yes.
And then I swear it's going to cut to the forest. And then it's going to end there.
You think so?
I think so.
The next episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then...
It has to, man.
Yeah, I think so.
What else is there? What else is between that?
Don't you remember Aaron escaping the prison? And he kind of meets with Flotch?
But... Oh, okay. I can actually end there.
Because Flotch is in the trailer for the next episode. You have like an intense close-up shot on him.
But that in the manga it only happens for like a few panels, right?
Yeah, it's at the end.
There isn't like a long.
No, it's like
it wasn't like panels. A long plot where he's like trying to find the keys and things. No, it's like that. He's out. And that's it. So
it might be very quick. Like who knows?
Yeah, we just don't know what the hell Mappa's doing, man.
Yeah, like.
But I want to change my thoughts. I think they will do a season 2,
a part
or
2,
adapt it into a movie. I think or they will adapt it into a movie, like you said. But my problem is, how can they do that in this current climate?
I think the movie is going to be.
No one's going to.
I think episode 16 is the movie, in my opinion. Like.
The only reason why I'm thinking that because they did it with Demon Slayer for season 2.
Yes.
Like they made season 2 into like a movie because the arc was short. And that's like with Attack on Titan. The current arc is kind of short, but it's still ongoing though. But it kind of just started.
The final arc is, it's kind of more or less got the same amount of chapters as like the Marley arc, but the pacing is very, very quick in the final arc that I feel like they can definitely trim a lot down.
Yeah, because you know what's happening.
Yeah,
you know they can easily trim a lot.
Like it feels almost like it's like. The way they're pacing it, like there's a lot of scenes that can be cut from those chapters, so I can see.
Yeah, and I did forget about the important stuff that happens as well in the last podcast. So there's no way. I don't think they can end it in this season.
No.
So it is a movie or a second season.
Either a movie or a part 2 season. Yeah, it looks like it.
Part 2 with 10 episodes.
Yeah, definitely. I think that might be.
Or 16 episodes, I don't know. Maybe 10.
I think they can do
I'm leaning more towards...
Yeah.
I'm actually leaning more towards the movie, to be honest with you, because of Demon Slayer. Because I completely forgot about what they did with Demon Slayer, making the season 2 into a movie.
Even though season 2 has already been announced as season 2.
Oh yeah, that is weird. I saw that as well. We haven't even seen the movie yet.
No. I saw the trailer of it. It's not really a trailer, it's more like a PV. Like,
okay.
This kind of shows you like scenes from the previous season and just like one shot of a new character. I don't know who it is, but I'm not a manga reader for Demon Slayer.
I'm not.
But yeah.
And you haven't even finished Demon Slayer. Why are you watching a trailer for season 2?
I just want to get them views, dude.
Boy, you need a slap, man.
But it kind of paid off. It's my most viewed video now, so.
Oh crap!
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's got over 4K views.
Dang.
Yeah, in like
nice
2 days. So that's
good.
It was worth it. I mean, I wasn't spoiled by it. I had no idea what was going on, and I have even forgotten what was in it.
All right, fair enough.
Like that's kind of me with trailers. I kind of watch them. I'm like, I like see them, then I kind of like forget about it after a day. That's why I have to like rewatch like certain things because I just kind of forget quickly.
All right, fair enough. But bro, I'm looking at the comment section here, and the guy's like, "Yo, it's that guy," and then somebody else like, "Don't spoil it for him, bro."
Oh dear.
Man, just be careful, mate. Just be careful with spoilers.
I mean, I've seen the name, but I've no idea what it means or who it is.
To be honest, okay, small spoiler. You see him for like one episode, and that's it.
Okay,
that's it.
Okay.
He's not. I wouldn't say he's like a huge character in season 1 because you barely see him anyway.
I mean, I'm on episode 10, so I have no idea.
Yeah. He's like, okay, that is basically, how do I put it? Like in Naruto, if somebody mentions the name fucking
Madara?
no, he's way too huge though. Madra's on a whole different scale
Okay.
of relevance. Because you actually, because Madra has been teased throughout the whole season, and then you see him
Mm-hmm.
with this guy. You see him, you see his face, and he's not really all that.
Oh, okay, I see.
So it's basically like in the like somebody says Itachi. I'm not saying he's like the same level as Itachi. I don't even know who he is because I'm anime only, and you only see him once, and that's it. That makes sense.
So just a brief cameo, pretty much.
Yeah, a
I get
cameo.
it.
I don't even know who he is myself, but I know
Cool.
his name.
This year's gonna be
But
insane
it's
for
not. It's
anime.
not. It's not a cameo. He's in an actual episode. But
I see.
you know when you see it, you'll laugh, and then you'll be like, "Wait, people are like trying not to spoil this character, even though he's like sort of a, you know, I don't even have to explain it myself, mate. You know, like I'm trying not to spoil it, even though there's no spoilers
It's
to it.
fine. It's
If
fine.
that makes sense.
I mean,
This
I'll get there in the end when I finish the show, and then.
yeah, it's not even that big of a deal.
Oh,
You
I
know,
see.
it's like okay, that's the word I was looking for. He's like he's a no. The thing is, he could be somebody though, because like in the manga, I'm not a manga reader, but right now in season 1, he's a nobody.
Oh, I
I don't
see.
know who he is.
Who
I just know
knows?
his name.
Who knows, dude?
Yeah.
But yeah, back at
10 minutes in, we got there.
yeah, 10 minutes in. But yeah, back to Attack on Titan. Overall, I thought
Oh
this.
yeah.
Yeah, we forgot about that.
No, but there's so much stuff that happens in Attack on Titan that we didn't really talk about. Eren saying that the only people he cares about are those people.
Oh yeah, I really
And
like that
then
scene with
you
them
know
on the train.
yeah, and then Connie's like, you know, how can he care about us when he laughed at hysterically when Sasha died? You know, what the
Yeah.
hell?
Carly's taking it like the hardest out of all of them, to be honest.
Yeah, there was always them two going back and forth the banter,
Yeah,
right? They
like
were like the closest.
yeah, that scene when they're like kind of calling them each other like barkers.
Yeah, but you're a bigger idiot than I am. You're
Yeah.
contradicting yourself.
No, I kind of like that scene. It looked very different, like when they're like fixing the railway tracks. Like it kind of had a more like Western vibe to it, to be honest.
Yeah. Like what's the word called? Spaghetti Western.
It felt kind of cinematic. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it felt like just the way the
It
colors
had that.
looked in a way.
It had that filter on as well.
Yeah,
That
you know when you go to like when you watch a
I
movie
don't.
or like a Western film, it has like that kind of like tint on the screen.
Yeah,
Like it had the
I
same.
don't know what I don't know what it's called, but it's like when it's like a heat wave.
Yeah.
It had that to it.
Mm-hmm. Kind of adding like that more realism effect to this new season, which I quite like. Like when you
Yeah,
look at like the previous seasons, like the colors are so bright and it's very glossy looking in a way, but this season kind of has a more filmy look
tone
to it,
down.
a more toned down. Like the colors are muted down, like it looks darker, and the way the characters move look a lot more I don't know, grounded in reality. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't have like those like typical anime
Yeah, but
like.
it's still a thing. It's still a thing that I'm not yet adjusted to. You know,
Mm,
but I do agree with everything you're saying.
yeah. I think a lot of some anime onlys are like they're kind of adjusting to it, but I feel like they like it, but it's different to what they know in a way, you know.
Yeah, but I've yeah, this like the train segment. Actually, this whole episode, I've adjusted to it, but I know there's going to be some parts where it goes back to that dark and gritty like atmosphere, you know. And then I'm just taken out of it again.
I kind of like it, to be honest with you. I kind of think it looks sick.
It feels like I don't know, man. It's like somebody. I used this analogy before, but it's like somebody has like ink on the finger and then they smudge the paper,
Mm.
and you have that smudge.
I feel like
That's what I see because
the
it's so
flashback
dark.
scenes are like a little bit brighter. Like I noticed this with the previous episode. I
And I like
rewatched
that.
it, and like I noticed like the color palette's a little bit brighter. Like the outlines a little bit thicker, and it has that kind of like old Attack on Titan look to it. But this new season is a
Yeah,
lot more grimy in a way. It's more kind of down to earth. It's more like this is reality. Deal with it in a way.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's all a creative choice in a way. Like, even the manga kind of felt like that. To be honest with you, reading it, like,
yeah, what they're doing is trying to bridge the gap of Mappa and Wit Studio.
yeah,
Like, hey, everything that happened in the flashback is that Mappa style, no, that Wit Studio style, and then here we're now in the time skip. Let's try and draw that bridge, like close it together.
Do you know what it is? Like,
with the Mappa style.
What I've noticed is that because I reread the manga like a year ago, and then I watched the anime, and I noticed that Isayama's style is it changes a lot throughout the manga. Like the characters, like heads,
I
and
know
like
his story as well. He couldn't draw for crap, and like he got rejected by almost everyone, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
And then he just started. Well, somebody picked him up because he liked the concept of what he was creating, but he did step up his game as an artist.
So with the Wit character designs in season 1, like they don't really look like the manga if you compare the season 1 manga to like
no,
the
they
season
did a
1
miracle.
Wit.
They did a
like,
miracle.
I feel like
what
they
did.
fixed the designs. Like I feel like a lot of like the overall like designs, the silhouettes, and like the characters' faces look a lot more refined in the Wit in season 1. But Isayama's art was kind of like, it was improving, and by the time we went to the basement arc, that's when his art started to really like get better.
Yeah.
And then with season 2 and 3, especially season 3, they kind of focused more on like kind of making it more consistent with Isayama's style, but keeping that Witch look. And Mappa is just kind of like sticking to the art style of like the current arc in a way, which his style has improved in a way. So I think with Mappa were like, okay, Isayama's art has improved, let's kind of base it off this. But back then Wit were like, this art is kind of trashy.
Yeah, you couldn't do like a copy and paste kind of thing because it was a mess.
It was a bit of a mess. So because his art has improved in like the Marley arc, I think Mappa were a lot more confident using his style, to be honest with you. Yeah. Which was pretty good, to be honest with you. It was really good. It was good. Because I feel like his art style is starting to resemble more of Wit in the newer arcs. But yeah, art style and all that. Yeah, I kind of like it. Yeah, so overall this episode was really good. I like the pacing of it. The character designs was cool. I liked I kind of forgot how much Aaron was more normal in these flashbacks because I kind of thought he was going insane. Like reading the chapters like 3 years ago, 2 years ago, like I don't know. I guess I misremembered how Aaron was feeling in the flashbacks, but he kind of looks more like his old self. I guess when I was reading the manga like years ago, I kind of forgot how he was feeling in these chapters, but watching this episode, it reminded me that, wow, this dude still has his humanity and he's just kind of lost it in a way in the current time.
Yeah, and then he's in the mirror. This is getting a bit trippy as well because he's in the mirror and he's saying fight, fight. And those are the same words used by when he was a thingy in it in season 1.
It kind of shows you that despite him like aging and all that, he still has that child mentality at times, like
yeah, but it could lead on to some other avenue.
Yeah,
but kind of spoilers.
It's manga spoilers, so I kind of know where you go with this one. Like it was kind of interesting seeing how much Eren changed because when he's talking to Hanji, he's like kind of towering over her in a way.
Yeah, he's it's weird as well. Like he was so skinny.
He was skinny and tiny. Like I remember,
he was so skinny, and then all of a sudden he's bald.
I know. Like even
that
the
is
fact
weird.
that
that's
even the fact that he was smaller than Hanji, like in seasons 1 to 3, like because Hanji was much taller than him, but like now she's an ant compared
towering
to him.
now.
I know.
Yeah. He's now the same size as Connie.
Yeah. Connie's also gotten a lot taller as well.
Eren has reached the height of Connie now.
Not even Connie in this episode.
Damn, even Levi's jealous.
Yeah, he was like, "Damn, why are you guys growing so tall?" And Connie's just towering over him. Like,
that's crazy. In the manga, I think I just went over my head that he was huge.
Now you can actually see that he's tall now. Like,
yeah,
now it's confirmed.
Because there are scenes that he in the manga, there's things that he does. I'm like, huh? But he's so tiny. How is he doing all that?
I guess it's the way it's drawn in the manga. Like the perspective is kind of off sometimes.
Yeah.
But now we can see
Because
it.
in your head, you're trying to visualize it all.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why I prefer anime over
Yep.
manga. Like, I kind of have a hard time reading manga.
Yeah, you want to hear everything, right?
Yeah.
You want to see the animation, the voiceover, and music.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, dude. And also, Carl, what else? The fact that Historia kind of went along with the plan.
Yeah, the farmer guy.
Yeah.
The farmer dude. Who the hell?
Well, obviously we know the manga, so yeah.
Dude, it's been years ago, but I don't remember anything at this point.
I want to say something.
Tell me after this podcast.
Spoilers, yeah.
And they're definitely having a season 2 because they are dragging, like you said.
Yeah, it's dragging a little bit now because episode 11 we haven't even seen Kaya yet, so that's cause of concern. Kaya is the little girl Sasha saved, and it's the girl Gabby meets.
Well, that's next episode. Episode. It's happening next episode.
But the fact that it's episode 11 is kind of like it's a bit far, So I don't know.
This is like Game of Thrones.
I don't know how they're gonna adapt it, to be honest.
This is like Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
How are they gonna adapt this and how are they gonna adapt that?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, it's a mystery.
Anime only. Let's go. Let's go. Anime only.
I wouldn't mind, to be honest. Like, I'll just read the manga.
I would mind. I would mind.
I don't really.
I'll be angry.
I don't really care if it's anime only or not, as long as. I mean, so far we've got all the adaptations of the chapters, so I'm happy already.
No, I would not be happy with an anime only.
No, I wouldn't.
It's always bad.
I wouldn't either, but
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I would mind it. I would never say I wouldn't mind it. I would mind it. I would not be happy with that.
I mean,
it should have waited.
I don't think that's going to be the case because we don't know. That's it.
Okay.
But overall, the episode was pretty cool, and yeah, I liked it. It's fun.
I like it. I like it as well. I like it. I like it too.
The pacing was really good. I liked the Historia scenes. I liked the style of like the railway tracks. I liked Aaron's
that dragged in the manga.
Yeah, the manga.
That for sure dragged in the manga.
They kind of did it page by page, but because you're reading it, it feels slow. But the way they kind of like push it along, it feels faster in the anime form.
It felt like reading like a novel.
Yeah, because they kind of
light novel.
They split the flashbacks in 2 chapters, so you have to wait a whole month for the other half of the flashback, and then another half. That's why it felt slow.
Because in the manga, we only seen like short snippets of Eren and Hanji, but in this episode, it's like we got them like every now and then. You got to see him like 4 times, I think.
We saw all the Eren and Hanji stuff.
So I thought they paced it well.
But in the manga, they kind of like have a little bit, and then they kind of flash to another scene, and then we don't see them again for another chapter, and then the manga keeps kind of cutting back and forth, But the anime is just kind of like putting it all in one episode, which is good. That's why they've
adapted it well.
Yeah,
they know what to like cut out, rearrange, and I do have faith with them.
It's not like season 3 part 1 where they kind of like had to almost create the whole arc in a way where they had to cut so much out.
Wait, oh yes,
the Historia
that needed to happen.
Arc.
Yeah, what's your pros and cons? What's your con? What didn't you like?
I don't think I hated it at all. I don't know. I can't think of anything. No,
not hate, but like
disliked.
But yeah, or what they could have done better. Or
I'll tell you this: I kind of wish the flashback of this episode and last week's episode. I wished it was all one episode, like just the flashback stuff.
Too much.
Like with the Reiner stuff we had in episode 3.
Episode 3.
Yeah, with Reiner's flashback.
Yes.
In the manga, it's kind of like half and half. They kind of cut back and forth, but they kind of adapted all the manga scenes into one episode, so it felt like one, like standalone thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted from this, but it's fine. They're being very, very, very faithful to the manga. Like it's kind of almost like they're tracing over the manga.
This is 2 episodes now where we had like flashbacks.
Yeah. this is the last flashback
And I think next episode,
yeah, we don't get any more flashbacks.
This will end it, hopefully.
Yeah, until like
get some flash forwards now, baby. Yeah. Flash forward, no, I'm joking. Flash forwards. What the hell is that?
But yeah, I think that's about it. To be honest with you, in terms of the episode, it ends with Zeke and Levi kind of like glaring at one another, and just kind of like, you know, cuts leading up to, you know what,
good man Levi. Like everyone else is like drinking and shit. Like Levi's like, nah, I'm on treat.
Yeah, it kind of also, he kind of what's his name, Nicky Lowe, kind of like looking a little bit sinister in that scene.
Yeah,
I don't remember something. I don't remember what happened to him in the manga, so I have no idea.
Niccolo.
Yeah, I don't remember, so I don't want to be reminded. I'll go in surprised. I don't know what happened to Niccolo or what's his name, Falco's brother Colt. I forgot what happened to them. So
honestly, like those characters are irrelevant, though. To be honest with you.
Yeah, like to be honest with the characters like Pieck, Galliard, Colt, I never really paid attention to in the manga. It was mainly Falco, Gabby, and Reiner and Zeke that I
those
really
are
focused.
Like side characters. Yeah. These are like the main characters.
So it's kind of surprising that a lot of people are kind of like simping for Pieck, you know, and like there's so many like
they don't do that for anyone,
and like there's like videos with millions of
views. No. You're always behind going. Yeah, it's weird, man. That just you don't need to do that crap, you know.
I know it's
weird.
I don't really.
It's weird.
I mean, it's fine, but it's like I don't remember that much for Pieck's like love in the manga. Like I don't remember.
It's not even in it that much.
Not really, but it's just like I don't know. It came out of nowhere. Like it was surprising, but I do prefer the way they are shown in the anime than in the manga. I guess because in the manga you see like colors and it's like the voice acting and all that stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Which kind of like makes me prefer it in a way. I also want to check out the English dub for this season as well because I've heard good things.
For the dub?
Yeah.
Are you high?
No. No.
Okay.
I just want to. I kind of like rewatch shows in like dub, like you know, like I watched the sub and I watched the dub.
No, it's weird. I can't get used to Eren. That's the only problem I have. Like I'm okay with dub. It's Eren's voice. It's weird, man.
I don't think it's that bad.
Oh, I just realized as well. Like the guy who does the English dub for voice has like the same path as the Japanese voice actor. Like they both voice the same characters.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's weird.
I mean,
so that's the thing now. Like you get paired with like a Japanese counterpart.
Yeah, because Yuki Kaju, the Japanese voice actor, does Meliodas, and he also does Meliodas, and he does Kirito, and he also does Kirito. So it's like, oh
yeah, gosh. Yeah. Like they're both like mirroring each other.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that.
I think it's like, yeah, that is weird. That's like it's like to them, it's like, oh, this is the best one we can get for like the Japanese counterpart, but they don't really. It's weird, man. They should like focus on the character instead of like the people.
Yeah, pretty much.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that does. Oh, another thing I didn't like about this episode was, I guess the whole Mikasa, like, you know, heroes of stuff. Like,
oh yeah, it came out of nowhere. Yeah,
it's the same in the manga as well. So I feel the same way, you know.
Still, it's a valid critique though.
Yeah, but I feel like I don't know, like watching this season, I almost prefer like this season's arc more in the manga because I kind of disliked like the Marley arc in the manga, you know. Just too much talking, too much exposition. But the way they do it in the anime, it's like they're kind of cutting back on some dialogue and like kind of showing you a lot more than telling you in a way, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like the pacing is so much faster now. Like the train, like I remember the train like scene being so much longer in the manga.
Same.
But they flew by in the anime.
But yeah, I think the Marley arc might be my second favorite arc in like all the seasons. You know, after watching the anime.
Even the CGI Titans.
Even that, like in terms of like writing, in a way, like characters, interactions, and all that, like it's my second favorite. I think my favorite in terms
Nah.
of like animation and like fights is season 3 part 2 with Levi and the Beast tie-in, and
Oh,
season 2 with
yeah.
Aaron kind of battling the Reiner and Colossal Titans, and like Ymira's
Like
transformation.
anything with Levi and Mikasa on the maneuvering gear,
Yeah,
like that's just sick.
but I don't really watch this show for the fights. I watch it for the story, you know. That's how I've always watched it, you know. When the fights are there, I'm like, it's nice, it's fun, but I want that plot.
No, but it could be off-putting as well, though. That's the thing. If it's not good enough, it could be off-putting. Like Berserk has a good story, but some of the anime is awful.
I don't
Good
know.
story, but it just
I really
yeah.
do
I don't
feel
know if you've
like
seen
it's.
Berserk, but
I've seen it. Again, I guess it's personal preference in a way. It's like, you know, it's like. I mean, if you don't
it's
like it, you
like
don't like it.
you might as well just stick to reading, you know, and have like a YouTube soundtrack playing in the background or
Nah,
something.
nah. I'm not into that. I'd
Like
rather read
no,
an.
because like if you need the animation to be good,
Uh, I mean,
right?
yeah, but I mean, it's
Because
fine,
if
you
you're there
know.
for the story, why bother? You know, you can
Hmm.
just read it.
And I'm there for the story and like the actual like cinematography and like the soundtrack and like the voice acting and all that, you know.
But it's like there's so much seriousness right in that Marley arc, but then you have like this dumb looking CGI Titan Eren. You know, it's weird.
I
It
think
doesn't fit with what's going on.
yeah, I think Einstein is
It's
the
like a
only
meme.
is he's the only Titan who's just kind of off putting, I'd say. I think
There's some scenes with Ryan and Risoldo.
yeah, but it's not as bad as how Aaron is kind of shown
No,
sometimes.
not as bad as Eren.
Yeah,
No.
I just feel like it's. I guess you can to each their own in a way, you know. But yeah, overall, good episode.
Yeah, very nice.